Hey there, everybody. Welcome to another edition of the Roundtable Show, coming to you live from WWDBTV in Heat, Las Vegas. We have broken our no 100 record temperatures of 280 some odd days today. We are going up in temperature. So not only is it hot outside, but boy, it's getting steamy in here when the three of us start talking. I'm Aaron Phillips. To my right, the man who is known as the best kick returner, punt returner, Denver Bronco history. Plus, he's not a bad guy anyway.
Oh,
Rick Upchurch. How are you, Rick?
Oh, can't you see me blushing?
You're
making me blush.
From
here it's easier.
Hey, guys, good to see you guys.
And on the far end, he is known as the Mouth, a longtime broadcast veteran, Mr. George Miklos. How you doing, George?
Thank you.
The crowd is going silent.
Peace.
Yes. Everybody good this week? Everybody good?
Yeah.
Oh, man, absolutely good.
Did we have a heavy metal singer in the back there? He was screaming like he...
Yeah, he was.
The meds kicked in. That's what
Oh, the meds kicked in?
Yes.
That's right.
Big John. Big John.
Thank you for
Stand
joining
up,
us.
John.
No, he is.
Okay.
Thank you for joining us on Facebook, everybody. We appreciate it. If you're watching on YouTube, you can do that as well. Hello, Jennifer in Hawaii. Oh, you're in Laughlin right now.
Yeah,
that's right.
hey,
She's
how
in
you
town.
doing?
Appreciate it. If you're watching us on Facebook, great. If you're watching us on YouTube, you can check us out on the Roundtable or WWDBTV on YouTube. If you're driving around town, obviously Jennifer's watching us online, but if you're driving, you can download the mobile app to your Android. WWDBTV, if you got an iPhone product, an Apple product, WWDBTV LV will get you the feed as well. If you don't want to do any of that, in about 72 hours, you can check us out on Roku, but first you got to have Roku.
Right.
Download the WWDB-TV network, and you can not only check out this show, but all the shows of the Roundtable and all the multitude of plentiful choices you may have on the network of all the different shows that we have to offer.
A big basket.
702-992-3207 is our phone number. Now, let me make, before we bring these guys in, let me just tell our audience that as we go back to our health track, which we've been doing a lot of since our inception of the last year.
That's right.
These two gentlemen, I had on actually Thoughts Count Anywhere a couple of months back. They are sponsored Thoughts Count Anywhere, but we figured it was a good idea. We talk so much nutrition here and health and what it means.
Yes.
That Mike Brown and AJ Caprio will be joining us. They are connected video-wise back from my neck of the woods back in Jersey, not Jersey like this guy says. By the way, did you know New Jersey is the only state, if you drop the word new, people still know where you come from?
Yeah,
Of course.
Jersey.
Oh, of course. Everybody knew that.
Everybody knows about
from
Jersey.
New York.
New York.
AJ, I can see AJ in the chat room.
Did you ever go to the park?
Park.
No, that's Boston.
Yeah, that's Boston. I know. Did you ever go to park?
Park the Congress.
Park the Con.
But we go down the shore, though.
Kennedy, Harry Kennedy.
That's right.
Kennedy.
Chappaquiddick. Can you spell it?
Chappaquiddick.
Anyway, so we want to thank everybody too. We're going to talk about health. We're going to talk about stem cells, peptides, nutrition. These guys know what they're talking about.
Stem cells.
Yeah, I know
that's huge. That's something I really.
Well, there you go. There you go. So Mike and AJ will join us here in a few minutes. They have two offices, as I mentioned, one right here in Las Vegas, Integrated Wellness, and they have another office back in New Jersey. All right, give me some good highlights of stuff that happened for you guys this week before we go to our guests. What's going on for you, George? Any like security stories, people you've met?
No, everything's been kind of quiet the last week or so.
Okay, that's good.
Just concentrating on casting this film and that kind of thing. Work's going on. I'm kind of slow for work for now, so I'm concentrating on the movie.
Okay.
But I wanted to say something about the weather.
Yeah.
You know, we went all this time without 100-degree weather.
Right.
My sister came to visit, and she hates the heat. A couple of weeks ago, she was great. The whole trip was great for her and the weather. Today's the first day of 100, but boy, the next 3 days, we are going to pay.
It's nothing.
It's going to be 105 tomorrow, 110 on Sunday, 112 on Monday. It just came in a bit of vengeance.
Add 5 to 10 degrees to that, and when I'm in Lake Havasu starting a week from Friday, it's even going to be hotter.
Yeah, but
And I can't wait.
in Texas, they had 115, 120. They were having real heat waves, and we hadn't even hit 100 yet.
What's their humidity?
Like 90%.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah.
So that's like our guys from Jersey. We want to talk about some
The
bad
humidity.
weather,
Right,
humidity
right.
and temps. AJ and Mike can tell 85 degrees and 1,000% humidity is worse than 120. You know, I keep referring to these guys. Let's bring them in, John. Let's welcome Mike Brown, AJ Caprio. They're on screen with us,
Mike,
coming from New
AJ.
Jersey. That's Mike in the tank top. That's AJ in witness protection program with the long beard and hat. Guys, welcome. How you doing?
We're always good, man. Listen,
Doing well.
I know you guys are talking about weather. Us here in Jersey, I don't know if you guys realize this. We've been catching the smoke from the Canadian fire.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So
Is it
we're today and tomorrow we're supposed to be getting that again. So a week back it was actually pretty crazy. It looked the entire sky was orange. So we're supposed to be getting that again tomorrow. So we'll see.
Yeah.
How crazy.
So those fires are still raging?
Apparently.
It's still happening?
Not too sure what it is going on up there, but I'm just completely impressed that I could be here in New Jersey and the amount of smoke and the color that the sky was last week from another country, really, if you want to put it that way.
Yeah.
Pretty impressive.
My daughter works down on Broadway, and she showed us a picture of the sky between the buildings, like at Times Square. It was like the apocalypse.
Yeah,
I hate to bring it up as an example. It reminded me of 9/11, the sky. Looking across the river, we're right across the river. It's the same type of sky. It was scary.
Yeah, I was back in Ohio,
Right.
a couple of weeks ago, and the sunset was flat out red.
Yeah.
I mean, because they were catching the smoke as well,
Right.
and the sun was red. I thought we were on Mars or something. I
Well,
said,
as
"Oh,
a
my
Superman
goodness."
fan, you would love the red sun.
I did,
Right.
but not that red,
Oh,
man.
I
Not
see.
that red.
Listen.
I mean, when you see that type of stuff in the air, look, you don't see the particles. The particles are so small.
You just breathe
That's
it
why,
in.
a lot of folks with the asthma and
Yeah.
breathing problems, they have a lot of issues with that, guys.
My other daughter lives in Virginia, and they had the smoke all the way down there as well. And I think it went down to the Carolinas.
That's crazy.
So listen, I have one. Go ahead.
I'm on Kennedy Boulevard in Jersey City, New Jersey. The air quality is already kind of crappy here, so never mind throwing some Canadian smoke.
Yeah, right. That's right. Exactly. Well, listen, I got one favor to ask the two of you. I'm leaving Vegas on the 19th of July. I'm coming out there for about 5 days. You guys got to clear the air before I get out there. My lungs, after 25 years leaving Jersey, not what it used to be. I need good air back there.
When you get out in peptides,
We'll do what we can do. What we can do.
What, peptides? He's already selling me peptides. I haven't even started the interview yet.
Just take a fan outside and turn it on and just head it towards the wind and just blow it away.
All right. So, guys, thank you for joining us. We appreciate you taking time today. So, before we get deep into the topic of stem cells and health and everything, AJ, why don't we start with you? How did the business come together, the concept, why these things are important, all that sort of stuff? Let's set it up before we get into
So it's actually a crazy story. My neighbor, I had been researching stem cells from my shoulders. My father's a surgeon. He had 4 strokes. I was looking into it for him as well to help treat him with the strokes because he was doing administration work, but dying to get back into seeing patients and everything. My neighbor asked me to play softball. I swing a softball bat, rip a line drive up the middle, tear my bicep, it rolls all the way up. I was going to go have surgery from our cousin, and then a friend who recommended to me a 32-year-old physician, brilliant girl by the name of Lloydine Jacobs out here in Jersey. She was using stem cells before she showed you up, so to speak. So I had my bicep reconnected. I had stem cells put in there. The results, I was hearing nightmare stories about the bicep surgery. I was lifting within a month. I actually have a video of me benching 225, 28 days after surgery. My friends couldn't even get the bar to their chest 28 days after surgery. I was blown away by it. And just by chance, my uncle becomes the 10th stem cell manufacturer in the country. So I said, listen, I start bothering my dad. He was in his late 60s, mid to late 60s at the time. I said, no, you got to get treated here. This is going to help you with your strokes. This is going to help you walk again. This is going to help reverse the effects from the strokes. He didn't really believe me. I begged him to come down here. We treated him. He became the biggest advocate for it. We actually treated his brain the same way you would treat someone with CTE, and it reversed the effects of the stroke. I mean, he's not running marathons, but he can walk without a cane. He's seeing patients 30 hours a week again. And throw you one other fact: he broke his neck in a car crash last last year. I got a hangman's fracture. His car flipped a bunch of times, and this is 2 months from his 70th birthday. He was back at work in 30 days. So, I mean, I hate to say it, but we were our own best test dummies, him and I. We had such great results from the product. We decided to, we linked up with my uncle. We know he has the best product on the market. I'll get into how we know a little bit, but we just said, listen, we want to keep people from having surgeries. If you have to have a surgery, like I had to have my bicep reconnected, great. But there's so many small tears, Achilles tendons, shoulder, knee injuries you could treat without surgery, and for a fraction of the cost, and the recovery's a couple weeks rather than 4 or 5 months. So we kind of just we opened up at this gym, Strong and Shapely in New Jersey, in a little closet, and within 3 months we outgrew it. We moved to a doctor's office in Rutherford, and then Jenny Santana was our patient. She flew in from Vegas to get treated by us a couple times, and we were originally looking to open in South Florida. Her and I became pretty close. We were bullshitting about it, and I said we should open in Vegas. She said let's do it. So we have the Rutherford practice, and then the Las Vegas practice, and the Las Vegas practice pretty much opened December, January this year. Rutherford opened January of 2021.
Right on. Mike, you were going to say something in between there.
No, I was talking about his record coming up on probably about a year was.
Yeah, he broke his neck July of 2022.
Oh, wow. Okay. Jeez. So you guys are walking billboard testimonials for sure.
I told him he's like those crash dummy commercials from the 80s.
Yeah. No
you guys
doubt.
have any quick questions before I go to break for them?
Real quick, how long did it take for your father to start walking again after his neck, the stem cells?
For the original, I mean, he had an instant placebo effect. He got rid of his shitty cane. He kept his nice Italian cane from his friend from Italy, but it took him probably, I would say, 4 to 6 weeks, and he was walking without any walker, without any cane. Long distances, he was still walking with the cane, but anything, car to the office, he threw the cane out.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, well, for myself, guys, I got beat up for 9 years in the National Football League. So, I'm stem celled all over the place.
Two of my best friends played for the New York Jets, Tony Richardson and Wesley Walker. We've treated them. They're the biggest advocates.
Yeah, I know Wesley.
Yeah, Wesley was one of my favorite players as a kid. Tony was one of my favorite players, so he retired about 10 years back. And Wesley, like you guys played in an era where it's not like the rules of today. I mean, Wesley used to come. I used to get my ass kicked every time I caught the ball.
Yeah.
We helped him with his knee from having a knee replacement surgery. And the only reason I mention their names are they're advocates of the office. They post about us all the time. They're great dudes.
Yeah, Scott Patine back in Colorado and Franktown did it for me. He was one of the first guys to really start doing stem cell.
Wow.
For sure. And so he took me up there. I had 2 discs replaced in my neck. And so what he did was he stem celled, the disc in that whole deal around the bone, so it would secure the bone in that whole deal, and then it would spread out and secure and strengthen everything else around it, the tendons, the ligaments, and all of those type of things. But he told me this. He says, Rick, if we weren't doing this, with you, the advertise, it would cost a lot of money to get it done because insurance don't cover it.
Well, yes. Well, what we do is obviously we accept insurance. We're at network office. We accept insurances. Insurance will cover your scans. It'll cover your office visits. It'll cover any nutritional consults, that kind of thing. The only thing that insurance won't cover is the actual procedure. But we're very fairly priced. If you shop it around, we come in a little bit less than everybody else. And you had brought up a point before about the cost. One of the main best things that we have to advertise is our product is so strong. We know it's the best out of the 10 legal manufacturers in the country. And the reason I say legal is there's companies that white label other people's product to make money. They're just brokers, whatnot. We actually have.
Hold on, AJ. Let me cut in there. It looked like Mike wanted to jump in there for a moment. Mike, did you have something to add in there?
I was just saying how he was talking. It may be able to a little bit, but the quality, you can't do that without the quality. And this, like AJ said, but into this whole stem cell thing, get involved with it. So this one we're very confident in the quality of the product. You know, the thing is, people do it.
Mike, Mike, I got to ask you to hold on for 1 second. Your audio is breaking up about every 3 words. So we're going to step aside for a break. I want to come back. We have to figure out, it's probably because you're driving, and I know, Jersey and all that other stuff. The phone call's not always the best coming through. So maybe during the break, disconnect and reconnect in again. Maybe it'll clear up the Wi-Fi connection. When we come back, though, we'll continue with AJ and Mike. When he comes back in, you're watching the Roundtable. We got some good, healthy stuff coming your way. You don't want to miss it. We'll be right back.
Yeah.
To Infinite Wellness, a woman-owned family clinic in the heart of Las Vegas, specializing in regenerative medicine. Our stem cell and exome therapies have helped patients avoid surgery, repair joint tears, improve CTE symptoms, become pain-free, and continue activities they have grown to love. Whether you need to begin your health journey, stay at your peak, break through a barrier, repair your body, turn back the signs of aging, or boost your beauty, Infinite Wellness can help you achieve your goals and reach your potential.
Hi, I'm Judy Morio. I invite you to watch my show, What's Your Story with Judy Morio on WWDBTV, where I interview celebrities, doctors, authors, professional speakers, and just plain folks like you and me. So watch my show and also watch some of the other great shows that we have here on WWDBTV, and you can also find us on Roku.
Hey, everybody. I am Aaron Phillips. You are?
I'm Governor Val Brown Klingelhofer.
And we host what kind of show?
We host the most fabulous show on this network you've ever seen. It's all about Kiwanis and what's going on in our different cities.
And Kiwanis Connects is the title, and you can watch us every Friday morning, 9 to 10 a.m. Pacific time, right on Facebook or WWDBTV. Say goodbye.
Bye, everybody. Aloha.
There you go, the rock star.
All right, welcome back to the Roundtable. We're looking at a dark screen there for AJ. I think there he is. There he is. We're waiting for Mike to try to reconnect. AJ, I hope we can somehow get Mike's internet connect or phone connect settled, but it's going to be he's going to be in and out like that, and it's not going to make for great radio or TV.
No, I can carry him if you need me to.
Okay,
That's what
you can
taking
carry
photos are for.
Good.
I believe that.
So let's get into the depths of this. For real quickly, for those who are not sure, I mean, most people probably have heard of the 2 words stem cells, but give a description of what stem cells are supposed to do. We're going to talk about peptides. Let's talk about that. All right. So where did they come from? How does all that work?
That we have a lab in Naples, Florida, as well as in right outside of Nashville, Tennessee. They come from non-vaccinated C-section births. We use the Wharton's jelly located in the umbilical cord. They have the best growth factors in them. Stem cells, they literally go right to the injury, right to the joint, whatever you inject. And I don't want to use the word attack, but they attack that injury. They start healing it right away. Exosomes are a derivative of the stem cell. There's 1,000 exosomes in every. Exosomes are more geared toward. So when you guys were mentioning, exosomes are great for treated a lot of Cornell University wrestlers. And one of my friends actually is a coach there, and he was trying to make the Olympics 2020, his last hurrah. He had a ton of inflammation in his neck. We never even gave him a direct injection into his neck. We just gave him a couple IV pushes with the exosomes, and his neck felt better. So the stem cells and exosomes are working wonders for a lot of people. We actually, what I was mentioning before break is we have a doctor here in New York City who did his own private study. I have some of the research here. He took all 10 legal manufacturers in the country and had Sloan Kettering test all 10. We send over 5 samples to be tested. To us, it was free advertising because we knew we were going to be the best. They mixed nothing. I should say Vitacell Biologics is a company we use. They put a little bit of saline and the Wharton's jelly. There's nothing else in the product. So out of the 10 companies tested, we tested between 92.5% and 100%. The average of the other 9 was 68%. So we blew them away. The one that tested at 92.5% was much lower than the rest of ours. Ours tested 97.5, 100, 100, 100. The 92.5 test was done 4 hours after it was defrosted, and it was still 92.5% viability. So it wasn't even close. I mean, if you want to do it from like a school standpoint, everybody else had an F. We had an A across the board. We mixed nothing else. They mixed nothing else in the product. It's just the Wharton's jelly and a little bit of saline, nothing else.
Yeah, well, the thing about it, Big Dog, the price, the aspect of as far as the price is concerned is what bothers folks. Because I've talked to folks, a lot of athletes about getting the stem cell done and that whole deal. But once again, they say, well, my insurance won't take care of it. And I'm like this, any way you can get around it, any way you can get the money to pay for it, get the stem cell done because it absolutely works. And from the time that I got it, I had it back in 2006. Scott Patine did that one for me. And between now and back then, I'm sure you have really improved on the materials that you use, how it's administered to you, and that whole deal. Can you talk a little bit about the material?
So you literally brought me to my next point. The cell counts now are crazy. So exosomes, keep in mind there's 1,000 exosomes in every live stem cell. So obviously the numbers are going to be inflated compared to stem cell numbers. But put it in perspective, like I was talking to Jenny about this, and she was blown away by it. I'm like, when she came to our office a year and a half ago, we were doing the exosomes were testing between 10 and 20 billion with a B. We had them tested a couple months back. That same exosome, we have 19 trillion cells in it. So imagine going from 10 to 20 billion in a matter of a year to 19 trillion. So I know a lot of people were thinking, oh, I got to go out of the country to get the best product. That's not true. Sometimes the stem cells out of the country, they still have a little bit higher cell counts. But as far as the exosomes go, we know VitaCell Biologics have the best in the world. And like I said, if anyone could show studies higher than 19 trillion, I'll eat my word. We have the studies showing the company's tested as high as 19 trillion before.
And also a lot of folks back in the day, I'm just saying back in the day when I told folks I had stem cell done, they got all over me. Man, you're a baby killer. Why are you two doing that? Yeah. They take stuff, man, from the babies and you're injecting it into you. Then, man, they walk around me, man, like, pit bulls, man. And then I'm like, what the hell is going on in that? And once again, I don't know how true that was, but it was really a stick in the spoke, man.
Yeah, but at that time you were able to outrun them, so it didn't matter.
Yeah. Back then, I can't do it now.
I mean, they're not allowed to. So they can't come from vaginal births due to the risk of obviously and stuff like that. So come from C-section birth, donated cords. It's not like outside the hospital said, hey, give me your umbilical cord. Women come in, they donate their umbilical cord. If there's something wrong with the cord, it gets destroyed. If the cord comes back and if there's 100 tests it has to go through, if it tests clean, so to speak, then you could use the cord. But the as far as the testing goes, they're all C-section births. No babies are getting killed. I mean, a lot of, like you said though, like there was stigma with it because like look at Kobe Bryant was going over. He used to have it that he was doing, like that was he didn't want to bat for themselves. Meanwhile, he was coming injuries. It would have taken him 4 or 5 months, way ahead of the game. A lot of other players, a lot of UFC athletes were going down for Colombia before it was kind of like a thing in the United States. So I mean, we know now we could, what we have, and we know obviously you could be treated as well in the United States as you are anywhere else.
AJ, it looks like we have Mike back. Let's give Mike another shot there. It looks like we're reconnected. So AJ was just giving us some background on the stem cell usages and applications. One thing that we talked about with you when you were here in Vegas, Mike, is you talked about the peptides. Talk about that a little bit, if you would.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Awesome. Yeah. So peptides, man, they So peptides, to understand is it's a very, very broadly just it's a category. So it's a category that ministers for progress rather than your traditional. Usually, if you take a drug or something like that, it's the drug or the medication. So take X, A, B, and C is going to happen. explain.
AJ, we had to put Mike off to the side because, as you can hear, his audio is breaking up again terribly.
I can jump in. I can jump in and ask her. Like I said, I'm more the stem cell master. He's more the peptide master. But peptides are things that are made in your body naturally. So, for instance, there's BPC 157. I know a lot of people refer to it as the Wolverine drug. It stands for compound. To heal joints, tendons, to heal all different types of injuries. You could either actually also they have an oral form that I've injected it. We use it a lot of times, and of course with the stem cells, you can take it before or after all year long. And the C157, perhaps I've been taking it, put it in my shoulder. I've injected it sub-Q. I've had a lot of good results from it. Two of the other ones, which are like similar to like growth hormone, but they're much more natural, better for your body than taking the growth you would get from the gym. There's a CJC, ipamorelin. It's great for recovery, great for sleep. And MK is more like a bodybuilder type growth hormone. We actually even have like people who are having problems gaining weight. If you take it in the morning, it'll make your appetite through the roof. Like I've tried it I'm not trying to gain weight, but I took it. Second day I took it, I went to hibachi. I ate 2 full meals at hibachi, 3 soups, 2 salads. I couldn't believe it. But if you take it at nighttime, it actually does the opposite. It helps you sleep better, helps you burn body fat. So those are 2. The MK 67 CJC are more growth hormone type peptides. And then there's another new craze. I'm sure you guys have heard of it, the semaglutide or trizipatide. The other name for it is Mounjaro. People are using it for diabetes, but they're realizing that one of the effects is you lose weight. So we have it in the Las Vegas clinic as well as here. Have a good weight loss program for the Las Vegas clinic using the semaglutide or trizipatide. It's an injection once a week, very small injection in your stomach. There's a couple blockers in there. They'll block it from adding, also speed up your metabolism, suppress your appetite a little bit. We do a program both in Rutherford. Now we just introduced it in Las Vegas. We have a great doctor, Dr. Oliver, who does it in his Indianapolis practices. It's a great weight loss program, and it's safe. Like, we don't want you to lose weight. We want you to lose body fat. So we don't just give you the bottle. A lot of places here order the semaglutide, give us $700 or $1,000, and good luck. We incorporate it. We actually work with them. In Jersey, we have Mike does a workout nutritional plan. I'll give you a plan for the gym. In the Las Vegas office, we'll body fat, measure that kind of thing. Check your heart every week when you come in. There's a whole program put together with the semaglutide, and the peptide compound in pharmacies that we use, they call the semaglutide craze. The other peptides are taking about 5 to 7 days to compound. The semaglutide is about 30 days behind because everyone wants to lose weight. But we have the stuff in both.
AJ, you had me at body fat, AJ.
Yeah,
you had.
I take fat. Such a small. I'm about 6 foot 270, 275, and I take half of the recommended dose. When I took those weeks, I don't care what I weigh. I want to lose body fat. So it's like the dose you'd give to a 1-year-old girl, and I take it, and I get pretty good results from it. And it lasts. Like I tell everyone, would you want to just lose quick? You don't know.
Now I want to know mainly if stem cells are for muscle or for joints, or can you lose weight on? Can you use stem cell for joints and muscles?
Say it again.
Yes.
Can you use stem cell for joint and muscle bone? Because I'm bone to bone on one of my knees. I've stood on my feet most of my career. Okay.
Absolutely. So for like a bone-on-bone injury, I wouldn't lie to you. It would probably be 2 injections, them out a couple months apart. But we would do 2 injections, and you'll have some recovery right away. And like I said, after the second injection, you'll feel good. That's what we treated Wesley Walker with for his knee. He had a bone-on-bone injury. He told me since he got hurt in 1986. I'm like, geez, that's a long time ago. But the ultrasound guided injection for bone-on-bone injuries, that's the way to go.
AJ, I have a couple of minutes left. I want to ask a couple of quick questions. Number one,
absolutely.
How does somebody find out if they are able to take stem cells, peptides? I'm presuming there's paperwork, a test, a doctor, and then please give contact information for both the Jersey location and Vegas. Of course, we run a commercial here for the Vegas location, but give them out for both, please.
So thing to do would be to call us or write to us on Instagram. Like you said, you just advertised the phone number for Las Vegas. For New Jersey, it's 551-285-4250. Our Instagram pages are infinitewellness.lv, and the Jersey office is Integrated Pain Management LLC. We have tons of athletes, tons of movie stars on there. And then say if someone wants to see, if like even they call us over the phone, send us their MRI, send us their X-rays, send us copies of their ultrasounds. We're not going to waste anyone's time. If someone needs a surgery, we're going to tell you, hey, listen, go have surgery, come back and see us. We'll gladly look at anybody's stuff free of charge.
So here's, unfortunately, technology is great when it works, but it sucks when it doesn't. So what I'd like to do is hopefully when I come out there in the middle of next month, and you and I talked about this earlier, I'm going to try to see if we can connect. What I'd like to do is come out there. We might just record some interviews, Q&As, that we can then run back here. So
we could even treat you.
Listen,
if you want to be a dummy, let's treat you while you're out here. And if you have any injuries,
I don't need any treatment to be a dummy. Hold on a second. I don't need any treatment to be a dummy. I've been told that I'm a dummy. And no.
I'll be a local dummy, a Las Vegas dummy.
Can you make it?
And we can help you with your brain as well. We treat CTE.
Can you make a kidney start working again? Can you make a kidney start working again?
We could try.
All right, we'll talk over the phone.
We could try. Kidney, we can go in off air about some studies regarding it.
All right. We'll talk before I get out there. We'll see what we can do, but we're going to figure that out. We will connect when I'm out there. Mike has kind of been off in internet Greenland because his connection was really bad. So we'll figure out a time to get it done. I'll come out there. We'll record some stuff. Your signal's starting to break up a little bit. I don't want to make it a bad interview with people trying to figure out every fifth word. So I want to get it right. Give the website information again real quickly, please.
Yeah, it's the Instagram pages are the best way to look. It's infinitewellness.lv, and Jennifer Jordan respond right away there. And then the New Jersey office is Pain Management LLC.
Right on. Appreciate you guys making some time for us today. Technology.
Thank you, AJ and Mike. Appreciate it.
Sorry, Mike, we didn't get you on long enough. AJ, I'll be in touch about the 19th, and I look forward to catching up with you when I'm back there.
Sounds great. I'll take you for some good pizza when you're back here.
All right, AJ. I got on record now. Thanks, bud. We'll talk to you soon. All right. AJ and Mike from Advanced Development. Technology is great, but when it sucks, it sucks.
Right.
And I think if we tried to hang on, I felt bad for Mike. He's driving in New Jersey at this hour, and it's tough. It's like watching the Godzilla movies. It's kind of tough.
Right.
Anyway, here's what I'd like to do. Let's break for the last time for this show. When we come back, it's just us the rest of the way. America Speaks, a couple of our topics. Fans, with that, we'll be right back.
Are you looking for someone to provide training to your staff? Do you need a motivational speaker about how to handle change? Do you have an upcoming event that needs an MC to handle those responsibilities? Well, look no further than longtime Las Vegas radio personality Aaron Phillips. I am local to Las Vegas, and I can blend my talents with any audience. For more information, please visit www.aaronphillipsvoice.com and book me for your next event or training needs.
No!
All right.
Quick.
I didn't say it.
I know. Against John's better judgment, we are back from break. You're watching the Roundtable. George, the Mouth Miklos. Rick, I can outrun even a speeding bullet up church.
Yeah.
And yours truly, the captain of the Titanic, which I just avoided some subs and
That
icebergs.
explains
Thank you.
super
Aaron Phillips. Yes.
Thank you.
All right. We got some stuff. We got a lot of stuff on the slate today. I don't know if we're going to get through it all or not, but which one do you guys want to hit first? We got everything from Ryan Seacrest to betting in football. You pick one, George. You're in charge.
And marijuana, man, in college.
That's right.
And America Speaks. Pick one. Let's go.
I think we should do the weed. Do the weed one. And then we can do the athletes suspended for gambling, the NFL.
Well, yeah. We're talking about Ryan Seacrest.
Okay.
No.
We got time for all that.
Yeah, let's do it.
Weed and everything else.
So the weed one with college, I missed that one. What are they trying to?
They're saying that they want to, alleviate the guys, and it's okay for them to smoke marijuana because they're finding that it helps some of the ball players.
I agree.
So, hey, we've known that a long time, right?
Even the NFL.
I mean,
Somebody came out yesterday in the NFL saying, "Yeah, you would be surprised at how many players use cannabis."
Look. Here's the thing about it: it's not a.
Would it really surprise us?
It's not. It's
Yes
not a.
and no problem.
It's not a performance enhancing
It's
drug.
not. It's not.
It's not PEDs, man. What it does is it helps an individual to get some rest, right?
Right.
If you're not getting good sleep, or even if you're not eating right. If you're not eating right, for me, I wasn't supposed to be below 165 pounds,
Wow,
right?
Right.
And so I had to eat.
John's
I mean,
revving up to join in on this.
yeah, I know, and I'm going through 2-a-days for 6 weeks, and it's hot as all hell out there. What do you think I'm going to do?
Well,
Well, you
first
know
of all,
what?
it's a relaxer too.
It's all-
After a tough day at practice or work, whatever, it helps you relieve the stress.
Well, you know why marijuana helps you eat? Because it gives you the fucking munchies.
It gives it a
White
munchies.
Castle, baby.
Absolutely.
Good, John.
No.
I used to eat a lot
I
of
had the opportunity to interview Tommy Chong the night of the election when we passed the marijuana bill. And the guy's a fascinating guy. He's exactly like you think he would be, and he's nothing like you would think he would be. And he was saying that, people think that he's this big stoner, and he's not really. He's 1 or 2 hits, and he said that's it. And he had some type of cancer, and he said that people talk about how marijuana helps cure cancer. It's not the marijuana. He said it makes you want to eat, and that's what helps you get healthy faster.
That's right.
And he said all the time that he was going through all of his cancer treatments and stuff like that. And he said, I would just have 1 or 2 hits a day. He said it helped stimulate my appetite, and it helped me relax. And so that's the whole story. And as far as the athletes go, it's the perfect thing for an athlete after a game or after a fight or after, whatever it is that they've been in, because it does, your body has the cannabinoid receptors in it.
That's right.
For a reason.
That's
what,
right.
what was that word you said?
Cannabinoid.
Cannabinoid.
Can
Yeah,
you spell that,
cannabinoids.
please? You need to buy a vowel.
Cannabinoids.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. And the thing about it with me, I'm still fighting leukemia.
Right.
And I take pills every day. I take 3 a day, and it suppresses my appetite. It just does. It messes with my sleeping. All of that type. Some days I'm up, some days I'm down.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it does for me. But when I take a hit of some marijuana, it helps me. I know what to get. I've done my research.
Sure.
The key thing is that you have to do your research and understand what's good for you with all of the doggone terpenes that are in them that will help you.
Some lady named Denise in the chat room says CBG has stem cell in it.
Yeah. It does.
I'm just reading. You're looking at it like,
cool.
No, it
Well,
does.
Yeah, CBD.
It
Yeah,
does.
yeah.
No,
She
she
CBG.
She said
Yeah.
CBG.
Right, because
Yes.
there's 4 different cannabinoids in the product that we take.
Right.
Yes, and that is true.
Right.
Now, I have to say, before you were talking about Tommy Chong, he looks good for 84 or 83, whatever he is. So he's in good shape for his age.
Yeah.
I do attest that for
and-
long-term smoking marijuana.
And
I
not
do
only
believe
that, guys, sleeping is the most important thing that we must have as human beings in that whole deal. And if you're not getting the proper sleep, you're only getting 3, 2, or maybe no hours of sleep sometimes because you're sitting up and your medications are messing with you, man. Now you're getting ready to have different things that are going to happen to you because
of
you're
it.
not sleeping in that deal. So, and back when we were playing, they demonized it because they thought that it was enhancing us in performance. And I'm like,
Oh, it
what
was
are you guys,
enhancing, but a whole different level.
what are you guys talking about?
Right.
That's not what it's doing.
Right.
I had to eat. And so what I would do is after practice, I'd go home and I'd light me one up and I'd eat me a big old steak and some spuds.
Right.
So that I wasn't below 165 pounds.
Right.
So look, folks, marijuana's been around a long time. The government knows about the health benefits of it. They've been knowing since 1941.
Right. So marijuana's been around. Cannabis, that's the medical, the elite.
We used to
Cannabis.
pay
For
farmers.
thousands of
Remember,
years.
We used to pay farmers to grow hemp.
Yeah.
That's right.
Thousands of years
And
now.
the
The
only
Indians.
reason that it's illegal is because of William Randolph Hearst.
Yeah.
Because hemp was a competition for all of the forests that he owned, and that he milled the wood for the paper for his newspapers.
And today it's a competition with pharma.
Yeah.
Pharma don't want you to take, to smoke marijuana or take anything.
No. They want you to take the synthetics.
They
that
want you
they're
to
making.
take absolutely that your body rejects,
Right.
and now all of a sudden you start having issues,
Like,
elsewhere. But anyway, you look, guys, understand this. They're now understanding what marijuana, what CBD it does for the body. We have receptors in our bodies, so don't freak out, man, when someone is smoking marijuana.
Why do you think I look so good? That's part of my regimen.
You're supposed to take the joint before eating, not
It's part
just
of
eating.
my, it's
Not
part
just
of my
eating, George.
regimen, my
Yes.
daily regimen.
Not just eating. All right, I want to tie a couple of entertainment pieces of news together
Okay.
that we can then dissect according. Number one, Ryan Seacrest, get the fuck out of the way for somebody else. I'm tired of you.
You are
Somebody.
really, and I'm not a big fan, but
What's going on with that?
He's becoming the new host of Wheel of Fortune.
a year away. But yes,
No
he's been.
fucking way.
He's
Yes.
been already named.
Pat Sajak's
Over
ready
Pat
to hand the
Sajak's
keys.
daughter.
Yeah,
And Vanna White's now claiming if she doesn't get a significant raise, she's out.
right.
Hey, it ain't what you know, it's who you know.
Well, I know me.
Again, I understand Aaron's opinion of Ryan Seacrest. I do. I'm tired of seeing him too. But again, being in the entertainment business too, I get it. They need a familiar face.
But what's not
There
to
are-
say somebody else couldn't do even
Oh.
better who's a fresher face
They
than Ryan
could. They
Seapop?
could. They could do that. I agree.
How come
Hollywood.
his name Seacrest is sort of like Secret?
Again, you guys aren't listening to what I just told you.
I heard
It's
what you
not
said.
what you
No,
know.
it's who you know.
It's who you know. Just like with you, voice. When you go out and you're out into the community and that old deal, you meet a lot of people, right?
Right.
And so if they know you, then they can step up and say, I know him. This is the guy that I want.
Hey, they were considering Whoopi Goldberg for
that?
a brief second.
I would have turned in my TV card.
Me too.
Just so you know.
Okay, I still don't like it. Give somebody else a chance. Just like here in Vegas, I like Chet Buchanan, but doggone it, give somebody else a chance to host some other
Again,
good
it's
shit.
Well, a year away, so-
Seacrest is a beefcake.
Oh,
The
yeah.
girl, the women
He's
are
old.
the
Have you
women.
seen recent pictures of him? He's not as good as looking as he used to 10 years ago. I've got to take a little issue with that.
Well, he's
Makeup does a lot for you.
he's fooling the women out there
Yes.
because those are the ones that are voting him in. Believe me.
All right, real quickly. Dennis Rodman thinks Larry Bird would never
Oh, I
make it in the
saw
curtain
that.
era. He'd probably only end up in Europe. I'm just going to give the headline that we can go back. Singer Pink was shocked after a fan tosses
Yeah.
dead mother's
Yes.
ashes on the
On the
stage.
stage.
I saw
Pink
that.
was shocked after so we got that one going on. And then
Oh,
here's
my
my
goodness.
favorite one. Remember the old MTV series Celebrity Deathmatch?
Yes.
That must make a comeback because Mark Zuckerberg and Elon
Oh,
Musk are
yes.
getting ready
Have you
to
seen
duke it
that?
out.
Oh, wait.
Oh gosh.
There's more?
Elon Musk's mother
I saw that.
Doesn't-
won't let him do it.
Right. Whatever.
I
wrong.
can't do it because my mom
Oh,
won't
poor
let me.
boo boo.
So he already pulled out.
Well,
Yeah.
that's what she said.
That's
Anyway,
what-
Oh, here I guess I should
His
have.
dad should have pulled out.
Now,
that's even more brutal.
Look, what kind of stunt is this? Who wants to see two out of shape
billionaire.
billionaire nerds, go into a doggone death match or into the cage and fight? Give me a. That's probably. I'd rather.
Is it winner take all?
I'd rather watch I'd rather watch two women do it.
Dana White did say that it would be the worst fight on record, but it would be the biggest pay-per-view
It would be the
fight
biggest draw, of
ever.
course.
Ever.
So you tell me that's more
my
important. That's a moneymaker,
Now,
right?
of course.
Yeah,
And
it's a
you're trying
moneymaker,
to tell me
man.
Ryan Seacrest is more of a moneymaker than those two jabronis in a fucking ring?
Oh,
Of course
Well, I'll
Lord.
tell you what, if they have it, they better call me for broadcasting and doing
Wouldn't that be
commentary. on that
awesome?
shit.
Well, just think, but who? Look, both of them are billionaires, right? Both of them are
Winner
billionaires.
take all match.
So, what type of people do you think that they're drawing to come and see
They're
that?
going to be
Everybody.
everybody.
No,
Everybody.
they call all their Hollywood
In
knuckleheads,
person,
man.
in person, maybe, but pay-per-view.
Yeah.
People all around the world are going to
Oh,
buy
yeah,
pay-per-view
they'd be
for
what?
Bull crap.
$100,
Give him each a
$99.
bag of pennies as weapons.
Hey, and what?
Hey, I saw thumbtacks come out at UWW this week.
Oh,
Now,
my God.
now I have to.
I came home with some in my shoes.
Do you know Mark Zuckerberg has been taking jiu-jitsu?
Yes, that I did see.
And you've seen some of his
I'm going
videos
to tell you what.
flipping the guy
Oh,
over.
gee.
If Dana White somehow manages to pull this together and it actually happens, and they're going to put it out on pay-per-view for $99.99.
Right.
You and I will have to have a bet. I'm willing to make a bet with you, even if it's
Elon
for
Musk.
$1.
No,
No, I'm not. No, not for the win.
Oh, for the win.
But how much money they'll draw on pay-per-view?
I'm sure they
Couple
will.
$100
Yeah,
million.
but that's the point.
I'm sure they will.
But that's the point.
That's
Now-
phony.
now, real
That's
quick.
fake.
Why would Elon Musk's
Unlike-
mother get involved? Even if Elon Musk got beat by, even if Elon Musk got beat by Zuckerberg, how badly would he be hurt?
I can see them doing it with those big blow up boxing gloves.
Yeah,
and the
and now
sumo
Elon Musk's
blow-up
mom,
suit.
she needs just to let
Those
it.
big blow up, the gloves.
I've seen them. Yeah, I've seen them.
Well,
But
like
all
Elon
you-
Musk said, he would just lay on him and it would be over.
I would throw a marshmallow at either one of them and knock them out, man. Quit.
Right.
Take these guys, man, and send them home, man. I'm not gonna. First of all, I'm not gonna watch it.
I'm going to pay per view if it's at
Have
the
a
Octagon.
match in a submarine.
Oh,
Oh,
first one out wins.
was it too soon?
I would rather watch John and Aaron do their thing, man, right in here, right now, than watch those guys.
We'll
Heck with that
green
shit.
screen it
What
with the
thing is
crowd. We'll green screen it right over here in the corner.
We want Aaron and John. How many folks out there want Aaron and John to a death match, man, in the cage, right here, right now?
Let's do it. We'll do the green screen.
Yeah,
There we go.
Oh,
there we go.
There it is.
that's all I need to lose to him. Then I'd be.
That's all I needed to know. That's all I needed to see. Darn it.
That's funny.
Thing is, he was willing to do it. That's what bothers
Now,
me.
the next, the pink thing.
Yeah, pink. Dead mother's
who in
ashes.
there, right? Well, first of all, how did she know that? Just right off the bat. Oh, are these your mother's ashes? It's exactly what she
Did
said.
she show it? Did the lady throw a bag up
Yeah,
there?
it was a bag,
Or
like a
full
Ziploc bag.
Oh, gotcha.
Like what maybe part
Like a
of
whole handful, I thought.
So
No,
did she
no,
write her mother's name on the bag and said, "Hey, this is Mama"?
I was
you
thinking,
know?
well, how did Pink know that?
Could be.
But first of all, that's a kind of a weird. I've seen panties fly up there, bras.
Maybe it was the mother's
marijuana.
last wishes.
Neither, yeah,
Yeah, could
well,
be.
she was a Pink fan. She said, "Throw my ashes on the stage." Right.
Why would you do it anyway, though?
Right. Even if she.
That is just, guys. What has our world come to, man?
It is.
I mean,
This.
you dare somebody. Look what just happened, man. With the sub. The one kid didn't want to go down. His dad said, "Hey, come on with me,"
Father's
and
Day,
he ain't here
yeah,
today.
right.
So, hey, man, you ain't daring me to do none of that
That's the
stuff.
only one I
bro.
feel
You
sorry
want to go
for.
in June of next year?
I'm not going anywhere, man. No.
19-year-old kid. That's who I feel bad for.
Yeah.
They said his aunt said he was terrified, didn't want to do it, but then he tried to calm himself down, saying, "Well, I'll set the new Rubik's Cube record for the quickest ever, 13,000 feet."
Right.
But of course, that didn't happen.
No.
So,
Well, now they're
but
bringing up debris, and this was as of yesterday.
supposedly human remains.
That's where I was going to go.
I didn't know there'd be anything left.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Crush it.
Find the Rubik's Cube.
Well, it's almost like sardines. You got to get sardines in
Fish
the can.
food, right.
Yeah, and it's
Right.
bad stuff, man.
And that's why we're all going to hell.
That's right.
Right.
John's driving the train.
That's it. Well,
Oh, my
again,
goodness.
with this accident, we're now finding out that the CEO, who's my age,
Mhm.
he was an egotistical billionaire who fired a couple of employees along the way who disagreed
The
with
whistleblower.
the way that
Yeah.
it was being built.
Right.
And apparently, you mentioned earlier that it was the first. From what I understand, that same soot had been used a couple of times
Right.
and successfully, but when they did
Weakened.
that, the
Weakened the
material, weakens it.
Yep.
So this was just the one trip. And you heard about the Las Vegas billionaire and his son who were offered
Yes.
to
I did
go
read
on that trip.
Yes.
Instead, it was the Pakistani
Right.
billionaire and his son.
And also the mother, she was supposed to go instead of the son.
Oh,
And she
really?
said, "No, I'm not going to go. You can go."
Go with your son.
Yes.
And all that. Wow.
Yes.
Father's
absolutely.
Day, have a nice Father's
Well, I
Day
may have
trip.
to start buying sandwiches from another shop because Subway is off my list. Anyway,
What's going on with
not
Nevada?
Subway.
What are they doing,
What are
man?
we doing now?
They're seeding those clouds again, man.
Oh,
that whole
yeah.
deal. I don't trust that. Do you guys
Mother-
trust
No,
that?
I'm not a big
All those
fan of
chemicals and
messing with
stuff
Mother
coming
Nature.
down.
Here's
So
the thing.
And they're
you said-
investing. They're investing
How much?
$1.2 million. They're sitting right there in Red Rocks, and they're sitting there at Spring Mountain.
So you
and they're
mentioned-
spraying all this stuff into the airs, guys.
Did you mention that it was the purpose to fill Lake Mead? Was that part of the purpose?
Well, they want to bring more
replace?
rain down, but here's the ironic twist to all of that. They released water a couple
Right.
months ago from Lake Powell, Colorado River, all
Right,
that stuff.
right.
Lake Mead was supposed to have gone up about 1,000 feet. Now, I don't know what that translates
I don't
to.
believe
I
that.
have no idea. But they have shown that Lake Mead has risen with the input.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. What does the words Las Vegas translate to?
Meadows, spring meadows.
Right. And what's usually in the meadows? Water. Underground.
Right.
Yeah, folks, it's been proven and documented that there is a shitload of water under the grounds in Las Vegas. The government just chooses not to tap it.
And
But
why,
here's
and
the-
why is that?
Because they'd rather spend $1.2 million on bullshit instead of spending it in the
But-
kids and everything else.
We might have the
And
water.
we're talking about it.
Guys, we might have the water right underneath,
Right.
the desert, right?
Mhm.
We need it coming from the sky and coming down on us.
No, I agree with that, but they can pump it out somehow, at least get it into Lake Mead.
I get that. I get all that. Right. But I want rain. We need rain. Guys, look, I bought more lotion, man, than Carter's got liver pills, man, because it's so dry here. What am I going to do? Go out to Lake Mead and jump in the Lake Mead every day in that old deal? No, we need rain. We need some moisture in the air.
Yeah, no, I hear what you're saying.
Now, what you're saying, if the desert, again, I don't know if man or climate change, I'm not a big climate change guy, but the desert is notoriously known for lack of rain.
Sure. So
if we start watering the clouds or seeding the clouds and it starts raining, is there any bad effect in the long run because of it?
Flooding. They're telling people right now, because once again with this seeding, there's going to be some rain and getting ready to get into monsoon.
Right.
And so if they, seed those clouds and that, this is going to be extreme, right? Because what they're doing is they're helping Mother Nature. Just like people talk about global warming, right? Global warming might be a cycle.
Right.
I think it is.
But we as human beings have contributed to it.
I agree with that.
It's accelerated. And look, the days in the summers are hotter here. We're getting ready to blow up, right?
Oh, yeah.
We're getting ready to get to
no 100-degree day until today.
300 days without 100.
And it'll be 112 by Monday.
No, I agree with that. And not that we would expect 100 degrees in December. I understand that. But I remember a couple of years ago, Mother's Day.
Yeah.
I was already out by my pool because it was 100 degrees.
Right.
So when the 100 degrees have started coming in has been unusually late for us.
Yeah.
Is it global warming? Is it all these other conditions? El Nina? I don't know.
Yeah.
But
when are they supposed to start this, Rick? When are they supposed to start?
Well, they said they're going to start it as soon as possible because once again the rain is needed. Because look, guys, with all of that heat, just like in the past, with all of that heat, you have what? You have evaporation.
Right.
Wait a minute. Let me say another thing. How many people have moved here from California, Colorado, Texas, and these other places? You have more structures here. With more concrete, get hotter.
Right.
Come on, guys.
Yeah, no, of course.
I think they should wait at least, like you mentioned, 2 months. Let's see how July goes.
Even when it rains,
then maybe start.
We get a little over 4 inches of rain per year, folks.
All in July.
That's it. 4 to 5. All on August 15th. No, but when we do get those rains, because of how hard it does rain, our grounds are made of caliche because of how dry it is. It's rock sediment. It's not dirt like you would find in other parts of the country.
Right.
So I could stand in my backyard with my garden hose. I could create a flood in my backyard in 30 seconds. That's what happens when it rains uncontrollably. And our sewer systems are not up to, I would say, code, but they're older and they're being redone now in a lot of streets to handle that.
That's right.
So this will compound the flooding problem. I agree if they're going to do this. Wait until after the summer when the monsoon's over, when it's a little, because if you wait when it's hot, like you just said, there's evaporation, which is what part of the cycle is, and you want that. However, if you wait till the temperatures cool down, it'll slow down the evaporation process.
Maybe September or October.
I go into October, November.
Yeah,
personally,
because
it's not like we have to deal with freezing temperatures in November.
That's right.
Water's still water here. I mean, our sprinkling system timetable may change.
Right.
But
I'm asking you a question. Yeah. Do you trust it? Do you trust that this stuff is good stuff? Because once again, we talk about GMO and all of our food. I don't know what the chemicals is. Do you know what the chemical is?
I don't think messing with Mother Nature is a good idea.
From those old TV commercials, you just had to go up with Morton salt all the time. That always created rain. I don't know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, the girl always carried an umbrella on the
I always wondered that.
Yeah, that's a reach for That's way the fuck back.
Right.
I'm trying to catch up.
Don't worry, I'm slowing down.
I think it's Mother Nature. Don't mess with Mother Nature.
Well, I agree with that.
Yeah.
If you're going to wait till like this October, September.
But we've been messing with Mother Nature since day one.
Right.
But what is in the chemical?
Right. That's what I like.
Because once it rains, it comes down, it gets into our food.
Yeah. Absolutely. I agree. Well, there you have
it. I don't want an acid rain all of a sudden.
Remember that? Remember that back in the day with all the industrial age at that time?
Right.
All the smoke in Chicago and Ohio and all that industrial iron, the iron belt they call it.
1890s or 1900s.
And guys, just think, up in the Arctic and the Antarctic, all of those glaciers did what? Locked in all of that stuff, man.
And now they're all part of the melting and everything else.
Boy, hello.
Well, If we don't see you next week, the world has ended. So don't worry.
That's it.
Don't worry about
Done.
it.
Mother Nature.
That's right. We
Mother
have about
Nature.
6 minutes. You got a topic there for America Speaks?
I do. I had a couple, but I was going to stick
one.
with. I'm
Give
going to
us
stick
one.
with Vanna White.
All right, let's do it. Vanna White.
Because I know.
America Speaks.
That's right, everybody. Vanna White. This is, first of all, this is about you, America. You guys get to voice your opinion. It's not me. It's not Rick. It's not Aaron. It's not John. You get to voice your opinion, and we pick a topic. We're going to pick a little. We're picking a little lighter topic today.
We have Charlie Brown's teacher.
Right. Ma. Well, we've decided to pick an easy topic, something that's not too controversial. We were talking earlier about Ryan Seacrest taking over Pat Sajak for Wheel of Fortune about another year. In the meantime, I had no idea. Vanna White's been on there since the beginning.
Yeah.
She hasn't had a pay raise in 18 years.
Wow.
That's a long time. Although I'm not too upset for her. She does make $3 million a year.
Turn in squares.
And it's $60
No,
million.
She doesn't turn him anymore.
Oh, that's right. Now she just
Right.
Right. Oh, sorry. I think I just busted a ball.
Right. But she's been making $3 million for 18 years. That's $50-some million. She's fine. But I agree with the disparity. Pat Sajak was getting $15 million a year.
And people are getting pissed off with him the last couple of years too.
Right.
People are not happy with him
He's
on
been
the
doing.
show.
I don't know if he's got Alzheimer's or just saying stupid shit or what. But Ryan Seacrest is going to get more than that.
Yeah.
So I think Vanna White, in my opinion, she should get a raise. I don't know how much, $5-10 million a year, who knows? But she has no plans of slowing down. She wants to stay. So let's see what America has to say about all this, and we'll find out again how they feel about it. And Vanna White, she has been around for a long time. Wish this thing would be okay. Here we go.
This is what's called vamping, folks.
Right.
But I want to ask a question.
Yes.
With her popularity, being on TV, everybody watching her, especially the women and the men, and then all the dresses that she wears and the makeup that she has on, wouldn't you think she has a line of clothing and a line of makeup and those type of things?
You mean herself, like Vanna White collection?
Of course she does. I'm sure she. But even
that's why I'm saying, $3 million a year, man. Her doing, just pushing and turning, doing those type of things. But off of that,
for half.
But off of that, the residual that they get in, and just like with the players today, right. A lot of guys make more money
after the fact.
Yeah.
Here's one unbiased. Fourth estate is essential. Whatever that.
That's his handle?
Yeah, unbiased fourth estate is essential. Jeez. This would be a great opportunity to replace Vanna with Meghan Markle. You are welcome. Meghan Markle, you are welcome, is what he says. T-Bubs, my God, the horror. Only $3 million per year for the ultra rigorous job she performs. I don't know how she survives. What do you guys think? Again, with people like this, the comments, preserve the republic. Even at $3 million a year, pretty cushy retirement unless you spend it all.
You know what? Look, she works for it, right?
And she brings in views, I believe.
She brings in views and ratings and that whole deal. She works. She gets up every day, just like you do, and she goes to work. So what's wrong with that? What about her coming? What about her coming and complaining to you about your job and your salary?
Right.
You wouldn't like it too much. So shut your mouth.
There you go. There's Rick's opinion. America Speaks. Here's about Retilia 123. She's been overpaid for decades. I would not renew her contract and get some diversity. May I suggest the man be Native American and the female be a transvestite?
Oh, Lord have mercy.
There you are. Look at that.
Lord, there we go. Here we go, man. Here we go.
But I will say, let me comment on part of that. If now these two, Pat and Van, have been around however long the show's been on.
25 years. Yeah.
So he's going to disappear, whatever he's going to do. If you really want to, because she's coming, I don't know, she's got to be in her late 60s or
66.
70s. All right, so late 60s. Mm-hmm. She's not going to be around doing this much longer, just from the standpoint of, I don't know what her family is. She may want to retire soon, maybe a couple more years. Here's an opportunity, though, where you can really present a clean slate of a hosting team to a younger generational watcher.
Bring somebody in with Ryan, is what you're saying.
Yeah. Why not? Clean house.
How about wake up time? Vanna could just retire and claim right. Vanna could just retire and claim disability due to Spencer's elbow.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, here's somebody on your Vespa 2020. No way am I watching anything hosted by Ryan.
That's right, Vespa. I'm right there with you.
There you are.
Vespas, I thought, were scooters.
Yeah, Vespa. Yeah. Okay, here's another one.
from Europe.
U.S. combat vet. If Ryan Seacrest hosts the show, I'll stop watching. I can't stand him.
Well, good luck in a year.
Oh, somebody said Tom Bergeron would be my choice.
From Dancing with Stars.
You know, I agree with that.
I like
That's not
that.
a bad choice.
Also, America's video thing.
Yeah.
This sounds too much like Tom Brady. Everybody, you know, he's won 7 doggone Super Bowls. He's the GOAT for sure.
Mm-hmm.
No doubt about it. But then everybody's like, man, he needs to get out. He needs to do that. Hey, if the man wants to play until he's 99, let him play.
You know something we don't know? Is he going to play for the Raiders next year?
Maybe.
He's not going to suit up. And
I hope he does. I hope they beat the crap out of him over at the Raiders.
But he's a great guy. I hope he dies off the field.
Any true Raider fan does not want Tom Brady to be involved with the Raiders at all after the Tuck rule or the snowball in 2001 that started the New England Patriots dynasty.
But what I'm saying is, why are folks so much of a hater of people that are successful in what they do?
But that's
I mean, are they haters or what? I mean, what about if it was you doing the job? Put yourself in their shoes.
I've done many times. I've tried it many times.
I mean, I'm just saying.
I've tried
her
it.
shoes?
Yeah, no,
in her shoes?
Anything.
What size pump do you wear?
Okay,
for $3 million a year.
You
I
know,
might
they'll
start
start-
there.
But wait a minute, you know, you'd be in a whole different class of people now that you don't like.
I wouldn't be
You're called-
transgender.
no,
I would
but
just
they'd be called cross-dressers.
I'd be Klinger.
You'd be a cross-dresser.
I'd be Klinger from MASH.
Well, then up front,
that's not
Come back to
transgender.
Toledo with me,
You
and
still-
I'll introduce you.
That'd be
Oh,
great.
I'd
I would love to be.
I'd love to be Maxwell.
yeah.
Jamie
come on back.
Farr.
Yeah, go to his
Jamie
restaurant
Farr,
or
yeah,
something.
yeah.
Bring him on the
Let's
show.
go.
Bring him on the show.
Okay, I'll call my boy and tell him to get on.
There
Some
you go,
guy
Matt.
says, "Are you serious?" 391. Seriously, $3 million to turn letters.
haven't
I'll do it
done
for
yet.
10%.
The mic's already
300
off.
grand.
Yeah.
We're done already?
I cut
I
the
was-
top 5 minutes ago.
Oh.
Well, we're at 7. We're at 01. So
Oh, okay. Well,
wrap it up.
we are wrapped it up.
There you go.
We
There
wrapped
you
it
have
up.
Oh, did he wrap it up?
We've been off the
What,
air
in
for 3
cellophane?
minutes.
Tape? What did you say?
Cellophane? Yeah, I guess. Well, my mouth was still running.
That's like the way the feed's working. They think you're still talking.
I'm
Don't worry about
right
it.
for another 5 minutes. Oh, honey, look, he's still on the
All right.
air.
Great show, great shit today. I have to say it. I'm going all over the place because next week I'm on vacation.
I
and
know.
to hell with y'all.
I
No,
know.
actually, next week, this show next week will be my last show for the week before I go on vacation.
Yeah.
Don't look for me on Kiwanis. Don't look for me on TCA that weekend, and don't look for me on my.
So
own
they're all
show.
reruns?
No TCA there. I got 2. You guys will be.
Yeah.
I don't know what.
We're going to throw it around.
Oh, shit.
I don't know
thought
what
you
you
said
know.
you
I'm
were
going to be here.
Thursday.
No, I am going to be here Thursday, but Friday for Kiwanis. That'll be up to Governor Val.
And then
Saturday,
Saturday
the Thoughts
airs,
Count Anywhere. Matt and Chief, they're more than capable. As far as my show, it'll be a rerun because I'm being lazy.
Well, that's all right. You know, you've
I
earned
was
it. You've
available.
earned it, voice.
I earned it, and I put it in my calendar.
You've
I
earned it,
won't be
voice.
here either.
Right there.
Oh, okay. Then that-
Well,
I heard it.
who's gonna run the show back there?
Well, after TCA is over, he can go home.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's gonna be
okay.
He can run
recorded.
it from home. He doesn't even need to be here. He can run all this from home if he wanted to, but he likes us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I like him too.
he likes us.
Anyway,
Yeah.
all right, great stuff.
likes me.
Again, want to
Sally
thank
Field.
AJ. We want to thank Mike for sharing. Again, hopefully we'll do some other stuff with them because technology was not really helping us. But check them out for sure. A lot of good stuff here in Vegas, Infinite Wellness, and check them out back east in the Rutherford area. All right. Good stuff today.
Yeah.
All over the board. Good
Yeah.
stuff. And you know what? We crammed a lot in 30
So
minutes.
we're still on the air? Is that what you're saying?
Well, but Toonie's going to come. Yeah.
oh,
A couple of minutes after, but
Okay.
that's why
All
we're
right,
starting
all
to
right.
wrap up and say goodbye.
Okay,
When
wrapped
did
up.
you start believing anything I say?
That's right.
Well, you know, we are on the air. Who
I
knows?
also
I mean,
want to talk to you about something that I found out as well from some good nutritionists as well. Creatine is excellent for us as we grow older.
All right. And where do we find creatine?
Creatine in any store. You can go to any vitamin store. You can
And
go
what
to
is a
Walmart.
supplement?
is
What
it
does
a
it do?
powder or a pill?
What does it do?
What does it do? It helps you as far as your muscle, maintaining muscle, as
Okay.
far as the fluid in your muscles is concerned, and for your knees and your overall health,
There you go.
especially for men over 50.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
that's all.
And it
four of us
gives
in
you a
this
woody.
studio.
It gives you a woody just like
Are we
that.
still on the
Well,
air?
that's
Are we
it.
still on the air?
Please.
Yes, we are.
I'm
All
just
right.
saying.
Wrap it
does.
up. Say goodbye, George. Give us
Man,
your final thoughts.
He said, well, this thing threw
I
me
never
off.
heard Rick say Woody, so that's very impressive.
Well, I think this week would be appropriate. Keep your head above water, guys.
Yeah, that's right.
You don't want to go down under.
Well,
So
you
keep
might
your head
want to,
above
but-
water and keep that whatever Rick was saying, the woody, wooder, the stiffy, whatever.
Yeah. Hey, I'm
Is this thing still working?
It is. Hey, love one another, man, because we're all we got.
That's
For
right.
sure.
We love each other.
He's
Yeah.
stealing my lines now.
Yeah.
Thank you for
doggone
watching,
right.
everybody. Tomorrow, Kiwanis Connects. Governor Val and I will be talking with the Kiwanis District Governor Joe Schwartz. She's going to talk about how Kiwanis is expanding into Africa and the things that we can do to help support Kiwanis International with club growth there as well. That's tomorrow from 9 to 10 a.m. Pacific time. And then tomorrow, if I remember, I'll tell you what's happening over the weekend because I can't think past tomorrow right now. Have a great week. As these guys said, we always have fun. Hopefully we make you smile. We make you think. More importantly, we make you come back. Appreciate each other. Always be kind, as Rick said. He's stealing my lines.
Yes,
Why?
I am.
Because we're all we had. It's been really working well for
Well,
me.
we hope you don't
That's
think
right.
too much and turn us off.
That's
Just keep-
right. We'll be back next week. Thank you for watching, everybody. Be safe. Be careful in the heat. Drink water.
No, I